years of storytelling, and a former National Hurricane Center director. One trusted best-in-class expert team. America's most trusted news network, the Weather Channel.
A tornado watch is in effect. Currently in our area, 81 degrees with rain and windy conditions. Tonight, rain and wind, low 79. Rainfall near 1/4 inch. Friday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 88. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thanks for being with us here as we cover Hurricane Helene, a Category 4 hurricane. I want to apologize for the abrupt exit that we made just a couple minutes ago. Loud sounds up above, and something happened with the roof. Where we are is at church, okay? And you see up above us here, we got a pretty sturdy cinder block building and a roof here. But let me show you what came at us and what startled us so much. So Chris is with us here, our camera operator. Oh, watch out. This is what happened. Part of the roof came flying off and down at us, and so this is why we apologize for the reaction I had earlier, but everyone is safe, everyone is fine. It was just a big part of the roof that came crashing down. And so now that we've got the winds that are gusting more than 70 miles an hour, this is what's going to happen. We're going to start to see roofs compromised. We've been listening to the metal roofs across the intersection here, all being ripped off. So it's just too dangerous to be out there and exposed. You wouldn't want to be hit by something like this. This is why we've tucked in behind the church here. And Chris, knowing that the winds here, Chris Warren up in Perry, Florida, Chris, knowing that the winds here are gusting 70 to 75 miles an hour, I can't even imagine what it may do to where you are, where the winds could gust over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and right now, even where we're at, Mike, with winds that are gusting to 43 miles an hour, we're also hearing a lot of metal. Now, fortunately, the metal we're hearing is that direction, and the wind is blowing in that direction. So whatever is going to come off, and I think it's just a matter of when, not if, something is going to come off. Whenever something's going to come off, it's going to go that way. And remember, here in Perry, Florida, in Taylor County, already in the past 13 months, there have been 2 hurricanes that came through here, and there is still a lot of visible damage from the last storm. So with some metal roof, a piece of metal roof came off a little while ago with winds gusting only to 23, 25 miles an hour. So it's not taking much, and the winds are going to get extreme here in Perry. Also, what we did notice beyond our lights that we can see down the street here, this is Highway 19 and 98. Off in the distance, we did see that telltale emerald glow, that greenish blue hue of transformers going, and we fortunately still have power here on this block. But again, that too is just a matter of time before we lose it. But we certainly have seen it pick up considerably with the wind still coming out of the east and southeast here at the moment. And we haven't seen too many vehicles on the road. That is absolutely a good thing. The ones that we have seen doesn't look like there's storm trackers out here, but the winds are really picking up with the heavier rain that's coming down right now. And again, still at times hearing a little bit of metal crackling here and there. We're about 15 miles right now from the Gulf of Mexico. So surge is not the concern here, right in this immediate spot here. We're about a mile or so away from downtown Perry, small community here of about 10,000 that have had well more than their fair share of hurricanes just in the past year. This one looks to be the worst of it. About 50 miles that way is Tallahassee, and that's where Storm Tracker Jim Cantori is right now. And Jim, what are you seeing?
Well, Chris, we don't have it like you do. I've watched your shot all night. It's obviously getting steadier and steadier there. We occasionally see the trees sway from time to time, but then they stop.
Like right now, it's just raining, okay? But they've been enough so that they're close enough to power lines, like what we're seeing with Mike's shot down in Cedar Key, that they're going to cause us some power loss. All right, guys, some sad news to report to you tonight. We have had our first confirmed death from Helene on Interstate 4 in Ybor City. A sign fell on an automobile, okay? That's one too many. That's be done. Everybody get to their safe place. Make sure you're in a good place, and you've got a plan, obviously, because so many more of you. We will be in the millions in terms of power loss. All right, likely by the time the sun comes up tomorrow, and we're going to be adding Georgia big time. We're going to get into the Atlanta metro area with this storm as it accelerates onto the north. I mean, if you look at this radar, it's amazing how the center of circulation is just fitting right in the Big Bend of Florida. Never seen anything like that before, but it's still over water. And it's that eye wall where we have this extreme wind warning that's going to take place. Those winds, and you're talking about winds that could gust up to 140 miles per hour. There will be not only power loss, okay, but structural damage, potentially catastrophic structural damage, loss of entire roofs. I mean, you see what's happening with Mike with, essentially minimal hurricane gusts. All right, and it's not like, oh, well, okay, 140 means that we double that. No. The relationship is exponential in terms of the power of the wind. So it's a lot stronger when you're up around 100 and even a 140. It doesn't just double the intensity. It's a lot stronger. It's like 20 to 200 times as strong when you're talking about the wind. So, this is what's coming in. Again, occasionally we gust. I see the tops of the trees behind me gust. I see, some of these lower areas and through here gust as well. But we have not gotten into the worst of this yet. But we're going to continue to see these power outages mount. They will start in the coastal counties. Again, it's not only power outages, but we're talking about extreme destruction potential with that kind of wind. Well over 100 miles per hour, especially given the fact that this thing is intensified up to 140 mile an hour hurricane. Guys, be safe. Make sure your loved ones and everything know where you are and that you are safe. You're in for a long night. Georgia, Florida, it's all coming in.